Howdy folks, Aaron again. We come to the second location now of our electric fence demonstrations, or to kind of show you what we've been working on. This is going to be in addition to the first phase of this, what we just showed you at the other location where we used the plastic post as the electric fence base with an existing trap. So if you have challenges with livestock or non-targets at in an existing trap location, this is an easy addition with that initial video to incorporate electric fence into that trap site. This one, on the other hand, is if you've had challenges in the past with livestock, and typically when we say livestock, we're referring to cattle, and of that age class of cattle, it's going to be those ones in that 500 to 800 pound yearling class that are just juvenile and they're challenging you because of curiosity, or if it's cattle that are nutritionally deprived, or they're going into a stressful situation in the year, whether that be drought or a wintertime situation where food resources are minimal, then if you know that's going to be some of your situations, some of your concerns ahead of time, with history telling you what's been the issue in the past, this is something that we're going to talk about here at this one. The first things first is obviously the difference between the two designs where we use the electric fence or with the plastic post with your existing toggle anchors there, your ground anchors. This one's going to be something that you need to think ahead of time to make sure that you build in as you're putting that trap location up. So obviously, instead of using that anchoring system that comes with the Pig Brig Trap System, with it being that ground toggling anchor, we're going to use T-post as an anchoring and as an incorporation to that electric fence design. So a couple of other additions that what you're going to need to this design as compared to the other design using the plastic T-post or the plastic step-in post is obviously we're going to be using a 5-foot T-post. Okay, the other thing that we're obviously going to have with a metal post is we're going to have a post insulator. This post insulator is pretty easily applied, just a snap-on post insulator that's going to go onto the post itself. So, and then you can see the way that that's oriented there to be able to receive either a tape or a single line electric. The other thing that what we're going to do in this situation here is first and foremost, obviously, you're going to have your post driver there because you are putting this into place as you're putting up the trap system itself. Now, this is just the beauty of this handy dandy component measuring strap. You're going to put the post in the ground, the T-post in the ground, exactly as the owner's manual says that comes with your Pig Brig Trap System. So once you've used the component measuring strap to locate where your posts are going to go into the ground, then what you're going to do is you're going to put these posts in the ground, and I put them in, personally, I put them in with the knuckles facing up, and I put them in at a 45-degree angle. So what we'll do is we'll kind of walk you through this situation too, this setup option too, and make sure that you see kind of what we're talking about. So first things first, on anything that you do, you want to make sure that safety is the primary objective here. And then you can see is in our eye right here on our solar charger that eye is pulsating. So it tells us we have a current. So whenever we want to make sure that we don't get bit by this thing, we're going to turn that off. All right. Obviously your solar panel is facing south to get the most light that it can get. So we've taken we've turned that system off, and whenever we turn that system off, we can validate that with our tester. And basically with that tester, we're going to put that in there, give it a half turn, and whenever you've got good contact with that tape, we're going to put this part of the tester, the ground, into the ground itself, and make sure that we do not have anything lighting up on that tester itself. So once we know that we have no current going through our system, then we'll take our gate opener. We'll just unclip that gate opener, we'll lay that on the ground, get it out of the way. Again too, with being in Texas, I'm gonna make sure that whenever I put this up, that I do have the opportunity to transport pigs to a holding facility. So it's gonna be corresponded to the opening that we have in our trap. So once we've got that taken care of and we know we have a safe system in place, then the couple of things we're gonna do. Obviously, we said that we're gonna make sure that these posts are put in at a 45-degree angle. Now, with the cam straps that you already have with your Pig Brig system, that come with the system, and obviously they have a hook on there. Just all of you have the same cam strap. They have the hook like this, which is what's on that strap or that connection. So what we're going to do in this, instead of depending on that hook, because if you put the hook on here, it's going to not be a solid connection, and it's going to slide up and down. It's going to make your trap softer, make your trap easier. Either that or it's going to completely pop off. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to take this strap, your cam straps that come with the trap, and we're going to make a loop in that. All right, so if you would come with me over here. So once we get in this loop in place, and you'll see the way that the rest of the cam straps are oriented on the trap, that's what we're going to look at right here. You'll take this, the tape wouldn't be in place yet initially, but what we're going to do simply is we're just going to take that and we're going to loop that over the top of here, and then we'll connect the other end of your cam strap up to your T-post bracket on the trap system itself. What I'll do to make sure that I got a pretty good connection there, I'll literally take my foot, push that bracket down, and whenever I pull my trap to me, I'll tension it down with my foot on it to hold it as close to the ground as possible. But again, making sure that your post is at a 45-degree angle. What I did with these posts is remembering where we were evaluating these posts at different heights, or this fence at different heights, is we started out at 40 inches, and that's where we're set right now. This is at a 40-inch height. We did check at 36 and at 32 to check efficiency and effectiveness of keeping livestock out. We did not have a difference in keeping livestock out at any of the heights. All the different 40, 36, and 32 kept all livestock out of this. But whenever we made it down to 32 inches, we did keep our pigs out. The sub-adults didn't have any trouble going under that, and they would still access the trap. The adult pigs that were leading the sounder, they didn't care for it too much. So only after a couple of days, our sub-adults didn't use the trap as well. So we just moved the trap, or moved the electric back up to the 40-inch height, and about 24 to 36 hours, we had pigs using our trap again. So make sure you keep that in mind with regard to using the pigs, or using the electric around those pigs. Do not go down to the 32-inch height. So this is obviously how you're going to connect those insulators to the post itself. It simply just hooks onto the back, and you wrap it around, and it snaps into the post itself. And then you can see how it just easily attaches into the insulator itself. Go in vertical, and you turn it horizontal, and it's in place. So the other thing is, like we did with the option with the step-in post, and if this does get loose, and what's going to happen to you is that whenever you tension this trap up to catch pigs, obviously these posts are going to pull together to make sure that tension is good and taut. What this is going to do is loosen up your electric fence on there, and you're going to have a saggy electric fence where 40 inches at the post, and who knows, it may be 28 or 30 inches between the posts. So quick and easy way to do that. Obviously, if you've got a loose post, you're going to take that and literally take your hand, wrap it around, put it in a 1/2 inch or a 1/2 hitch, and you wrap that 1/2 hitch. Here we go. See again, take your fingers, wrap that around, and you want to make dang sure you do not connect with that T-post, because it's going to ground out. Once we do that, we just give it a pull. You can tighten it up as many times as you can, or as you want to get the tension that you want with that 1/2 hitch. But it's just super simple that in conditioning mode, whenever that tension of that trap is not so tight, it's not an issue. But whenever you tension that thing down, it's going to give you some slack. Take your post, turn it over real quick and easy, put it on there, tighten it up a little bit, and then go on about your business. So again, too, this is option number 2. We showed you the first one just a few minutes ago with the step-in plastic T-post. That is an option after the trap is up, whenever cattle may be moved into an area that weren't there to begin with, or if something changed in their behavioral pattern and they start giving you some issues. That step-in option, that step-in T-post option, or plastic post option is definitely viable. This one needs to be thought of ahead of time if you've had problems in the past, that you can incorporate that while you're building in the trap system or setting that trap up. Is the other thing to keep in mind too, again, just like the plastic post option, this only added about 15 minutes to the total trap setup time, because I did not have to drive in toggles, and I took that step out because these went in place of those toggles. So the other thing to keep in mind, between everything has a cost. So the step-in option, the plastic post option, cost me under $200. This one's going to cost you a little bit over $200 at any farm supply location that you may run across, and every one of those farm supply locations should have this material on hand any and every time you walk in. So very, very accessible, very easy to set up, adds about 15 minutes of time to your location, and again too, when we completely removed all intrusions or issues that we were facing with livestock at a trap location. We're glad to help you out. Hope this gives you an idea to kind of incorporate into your trap locations. Visit us at pigbrig.com. Give us a call. We'd be glad to visit with you and make sure that you have a pleasant experience in your trapping endeavors. Have a good day.